For centuries, sailors have shared stories of a magnificent bird, the albatross, a living legend of the high seas. To see one was a sign of good fortune, a ghostly companion on a lonely voyage. Harming an albatross was believed to bring terrible luck, a myth that speaks to the bird's deep impact on the human imagination. The wandering albatross is the most famous of them all, a true giant of the skies. Its wingspan can stretch over 11 feet, wider than many small cars. Gliding low over the waves, it is a living glider, an avian monarch surveying its immense kingdom. The sight of it soaring against a stormy sea has captivated sailors and naturalists for generations. In the loneliest parts of our planet, the albatross is a constant, following ships for days without a single flap of its wings. To old sailors, its endurance seemed supernatural, a being perfectly at home in a world hostile to man. Its scientific name, Diomedeidae, means exile or wanderer, a perpetual traveler, born of wind and waves. The albatross is a master of an environment where few large animals can thrive. To understand the albatross is to glimpse the immense power and scale of the ocean itself. It is a story of survival, endurance, and breathtaking beauty. The albatross's secret is its mastery of dynamic soaring, a flight technique that lets it travel thousands of kilometers with almost no effort. It glides down to the water, gains speed, then rises into faster winds, repeating a graceful figure-8 pattern. This efficiency means an albatross can have a lower heart rate in flight than at rest. A wandering albatross can circle the globe, covering over 120,000 kilometers in a year. They are nomads of the sky, following wind and food across entire oceans. Their wings are long, narrow, and rigid, more like a glider's than a typical bird's. A special tendon locks their wings open, conserving energy on endless journeys. On land, they seem awkward, but in the air, they are transformed, epitomes of grace and efficiency. Taking off is a challenge. They need wind and a running start, but once airborne, they are unmatched. The albatross is a living example of evolution's power to solve nature's toughest challenges. Its life is a journey without end, written in the wind. For the albatross, the world is almost entirely water. They spend up to 90% of their lives at sea. They rest and even sleep on the waves, sometimes not touching land for years. The ocean is their hunting ground, resting place, and entire world. They can drink seawater thanks to a special salt gland above their eyes that removes excess salt. This adaptation lets them roam the oceans indefinitely, free from the need for fresh water. Their diet is mainly squid, fish, and krill, found near the surface. With an extraordinary sense of smell, they detect food from kilometers away. They often follow fishing boats, taking advantage of scraps left behind. Albatrosses return to land only to breed, choosing remote, windswept islands as their nurseries. For them, land is not a home, just a temporary anchor for raising the next generation. Their lives are defined by perpetual motion across the endless sea. When albatrosses come ashore, they perform elaborate courtship rituals, forming lifelong pair bonds. Young birds spend years at sea before returning to their birth colony to practice their famous mating dance. They gather, bow, point their beaks skyward, and call to one another, a complex performance to find a lifelong partner. Once paired, their bond is strong. They reunite at the same nest site each season, greeting each other with intimate ceremonies. Raising a chick is a monumental task. One large egg incubated for nearly 3 months, with parents taking long shifts. The incubating bird waits for weeks, losing weight, while the other searches for food. After hatching, both parents fly thousands of kilometers to feed their chick a rich, oily mixture of squid and fish. This continues for months until the chick is ready to fly. Albatross parents invest enormous time and energy to ensure their single chick's survival. Their devotion is a remarkable display of endurance and loyalty. Despite their majesty, most albatross species are now threatened with extinction. The greatest danger comes from fishing. Many are accidentally caught on baited hooks and drown. Plastic pollution is another deadly threat. Albatrosses mistake plastic for food and feed it to their chicks, often with fatal results. Conservationists are working to protect them, using night fishing, weighted lines, and streamers to keep birds away from hooks. On breeding islands, efforts focus on cleaning up plastic and removing invasive predators. These actions are helping, but much more is needed. The fate of the albatross is tied to the health of our oceans. Protecting them means reducing plastic, promoting sustainable fishing, and preserving wild places. There is still hope. If we act now, these legendary birds can continue to grace our skies. The albatross reminds us of the wonder and fragile beauty of the natural world.